All right, everyone, it is time. We are live here in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's where I am. But we're going to have a lot of guests, tons of guests throughout this time. We're going to be watching your chat. Well, our guys and our team is all in the chat. So, let's have a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So, the first thing I want to do is a little housekeeping. So, let me bring up, I got to do a couple things here. So, let me bring up my screen and a couple things. One, in a little bit, our first trivia. It's about probably 5-10 minutes. So get ready. And here's where it's going to be 659306 at play.triviamaker.com or scan the QR code. You're ready. And we would love you to jump in and play. I'm going to stay here and see who are for the first couple of people who would jump in. The prize for this, I have the screen. Hold on. We're going to be giving whoever wins this and hopefully beats Brian Linke is going to get some Camus wine shipped to them. I think that's pretty good. In fact, let's ask the boys right now. Brian and Danny Shard back together. What's up? What do you think? Good prize, Camus?
It's an amazing prize. Okay, let me tell you something. How many? I know our partners, and I know there's going to be a lot of Googling going on. Okay, which I can't do because I'm on the spot.
That is true.
Okay.
I was gifted some Camus from Jason Lee Cook just yesterday.
Really? Okay.
What'd you get, Brian?
Brian? Brian got. Brian got a bagel. Nothing.
Was it an everything bagel or just one of the plain ones?
But Dan, it was a nothing bagel.
The Camus is good. What a cool prize. That's awesome.
It's going to be a great prize. That's coming up in just a couple minutes. First, we're going to start with a little 2024 in review. And I'm going to ask Danny and Brian just a little bit about 2024, what their memories are. And I'm going to start with Danny. The first thing we rolled out at this live show last year was that we were going to be rolling out a POS called Cluster to the whole team. We did that in the first 2 months of the year. Tell me a little bit about what you thought that time with Cluster.
What I thought at the time about Cluster?
Yeah. Well, tell me about your experience.
It was what a ride, right? It was something new for us to really dive in, that much with a point of sale from our end, right? We were managing the process of leads coming in and working with the Cluster team. The Cluster system's awesome. Working through some of the kinks on, the boarding of it and working through the demos and things like that. It was something that we'd never done before, and we tried to own it. And it was we bit off a lot, maybe a little bit more than we could chew at times, but we always seem to rally. But that Cluster system is cool once it's in. I've actually personally got a couple of them. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
I just want to chime in here. I think one of the things that we did was we got the POS Pros team involved, and once we did that, and they kind of owned it a little bit, I think that helped the cause.
Funny how things kind of smoothed out when we got the experts back involved.
Well, right. I mean, I just think that was at first we thought maybe going a different direction was the right thing, and found out that wasn't really the case. Not that it was the wrong thing. I just think that it's just gotten better.
I totally agree. Tell us a little bit about going to ETA in Las Vegas and our Topgolf party, Brian. What are your memories from there?
I mean, whenever you can rub elbows with the guys at North American Bank Card, and you get people like Danny Shard and Jason Lee Cook together, and our partners were up there. It's always a good time. It's always a good time, and again, just to rub elbows with those guys, like Mark Gardner and Kirk Haggerty and Ryan Malloy. I think that's it's always fun, and to see our partners out there. I would like a better turnout this year. I was a little bit disappointed in the amount of people we had, but for the people that we did have there, I know that they gained a lot of knowledge. Assad Brown, let me give a shout out to him. He was out there. Yeah, absolutely. And He's been a big part of 2024 for PayProTec. So yeah, no, I mean, you get JC Lee Cook out there, Jenny Rickle out there, and it's like the superstars. So yeah, it was fun.
So, Danny, how about 2024, the madness in March? What are your memories?
I remember we gave away a lot of money. Um, we love, and I always call it March Madness. Forgive me if we get contacted by the NCAA, but I'm a March Madness fan, and that promotion that we've done every year, we've always tweaked it and done it a little bit differently, mostly to keep our partners on their toes, keep you guessing a little bit, but also to keep it fun, keep it engaging, and more importantly, give you an opportunity to earn a heck of a lot more money. And that's what we did again. And I think we're going to do it again this year. What would this be, Nate? This will be our 10th or something like that, maybe 8th, 9th.
Putting me on the, I don't remember, somewhere in there.
It's somewhere around our 10th annual Madness in March. I'll say it, something like that. But that's going to be cool whenever we get to do that. And last year or this year, I guess we're still in 2024. Was no different. And I actually think we gave away more this year than we have in years past. So
I think the craziest part about the March Madness thing is that we still have the 12 and 14 times bonuses that don't go away with that. I mean, you can make yourself a lot of money in the month of March.
Where's Nate?
I don't know.
What happened to Nate?
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties over here, so I'm going to figure it out. We'll just do anything.
Not you, Nate.
Not you, Nate.
Here's what the technical difficulty is. There's an echo of me in my ear about 4 seconds after I talk, and it's driving me nuts, and I can't hear you guys.
Nate, let it go. Let it go. Deal with the echo.
I am working with it. All right, so next up, we went to a Cubs game. Wasn't able to go. I had a family kind of emergency. Everything worked out fine, but I had to go to take care of that. But everybody else was a Cubs game. It was a rainy night. Brian, Danny, what was the experience like?
Well, okay, rainy, Nate, is an understatement. Okay, rainy is 20 minutes, maybe 30. They take the tarp off and we start playing again. Okay, the rain game that we went to was a 3-hour rain game, Nate, and being that the rain delay was before the 7th inning means that they continue to serve alcoholic beverages, which again, can turn ugly at times, but I think we handle it pretty well. But it was a long, wet night that I think a lot of our partners won't forget. I think we had a lot of fun doing it because to entertain people baseball games are long enough, right? I mean, baseball games are what, 3.5 hours now? They used to be 4. But and then add 3 hours onto that. Only the PayProTec crew, right? Only the PayProTec crew.
Only the PayProTec crew. Yeah, it was a very wet game. So wet. I think Brian's wife had to get him a sweatshirt because he was so soaked. I mean,
you can't help yourselves, can you, Dan?
It was wet. It was a very wet game.
It was really wet.
But we had some awesome partners there. How many people were there? There was probably 40. I mean, Greg Ernest and Ben Wickersheim. My boy Nick Korthals was there. A lot of our PPT staff. I'm forgetting a lot of names too, but because it was more than 6 months ago, but maybe it was 5 months ago. I don't know, but it was a fun time, and we've done the Cubs games a few times. It was our first time in a rainstorm like that, and it just made it that much cooler. Some cool memories were made.
We happened to have the suite in the outfield, which that was a huge help because I'm not sure if people are hanging around for 3 hours without that.
Right.
But we had a lot
of fun.
Yeah.
Another highlight from the year was a casino crawl, and neither of you were there. That was the highlight. It was the best event we did in 2024.
I heard a lot of fun with that.
Danny didn't show up. We bought 2 giant buses, drove a bunch of our partners from multiple casinos in Las Vegas. We ended up the night at a VIP section at the Circa, looking north back up to the Strip. It was an amazing night. What have you heard about that night, Brian? And how much FOMO do you have?
I heard, Nate, that it was I've heard all these good things, and people keep rubbing it into me that how much fun it was. But yeah, anytime you get on those party buses and you start moving yourself around, Las Vegas, it's always a good time. And Circa, that place is just ridiculous. So yeah, no, I mean, other than just it was just amazing, and I'm jealous and envious. Yeah, it was. Love hearing about it though.
It was a really good time.
One thing I did hear from a lot of people, Nate, is that it just wasn't the same without Brian Linke. Okay, you get Brian Linke in Las Vegas. My favorite line is Bry, pay the guy, because Bry's always got cash on him, and it really upsets him because he can't expense it usually.
Actually, I
And I'm
tried. I
I'm
tried.
always
Billy West squashes that immediately. Well, when
but
they hand,
Brian
when
Linke in
they
Las
actually
Vegas
hand
is
you
a
a
tight
receipt, they
GC.
hand you a receipt that's written, and they write the dollar amount on it, and that's it. Okay, here. I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna fly.
But you had Jason Lee Cook, Jenny Rickle, Luke Uzdigian. Not a lot of our or Uzdigian. Not a lot of our folks have gotten to meet Luke. He was in Chicago. He was in Las Vegas. So if you got a chance to meet him, he's the newest face in our PayProTec family. And so it's cool to get him out there and get him engaging with some of our partners too. But Billy West, our leader, he was there. And then you had Josh Brown, I believe, made it out there, right? And his wife.
Yep.
Was Paul Kent there?
Paul and
So
his wife.
Paul and his wife. So there was a really good turnout. They were just missing the two other pretty faces on this meeting, but you're not missing much with me. But Brian Linke, he definitely makes it a party.
The varsity took the day off.
All right. A little housekeeping really quickly. I'm putting a QR code up. I don't have the link for it, so you can't do the QR code. Screenshot it, figure out how to do it. You have about an hour and a half to sign up. We're giving away Paul Kent's favorite headphones, those Bose Comfort, those couple $100 headphones. And if you scan that QR code, sign up. We're going to do a live drawing at the end of this whole live stream focused on giving these headphones away. We have multiple excuse me. This is driving me nuts. Okay. All right. We have multiple
Nick, get through it.
giveaways
Nick,
coming.
get through it.
I am trying. Yeah. Oh, geez. We're going to figure this out.
Gotta be a pro.
I'm trying to be a pro. It is the weirdest thing to hear yourself 4 seconds after. I always hear myself right after. All right. Next up, it is time. Brian Linke. It is 12:20. And we are going to, let me switch screens. We need to get everybody doing this. I got to go over here. Sorry. There it is. Some people, we got 19 in. We got over 100 people have jumped into this. You're not in this live trivia. You can't win. We are giving away Camus wine. So jump in now. We're going to talk about it a little more. But I'm going to allow Brian Linke, as we go into the sports segment of this, to talk about his Florida State Seminoles. Tell us, Brian, how are the Florida State Seminoles this year? Not going to put you on the screen. I'm going to keep this QR code up, but they can hear you.
Well, Nate, we've seen better days. Although I will tell you that I was at the game where we won, the only Division One game we won this year. It was definitely started out where my wife and I flew over to Dublin, Ireland, and spent all this money to go watch the Seminoles, and thinking that okay, this was going to be a blowout win against Georgia Tech, and got beat by them. Kind of saw the writing on the wall, and it didn't get any better from there. So, but. Still made it to 80% of the games. Brought my kids, my wife. We're never we're always bleeding the garnet gold. So you know what, win, lose, draw. It's easy to root for your team when you're always winning or when you win. Okay, show your fandom when you're losing, and we lost. I mean, we went from 13-0 to 2-10, and it's never been done before. Florida State, the last time they won 2 games, I think it was in 1970, before I was in school, which was 100 years ago. So yeah, it was a tough go, but our heads are up, and we're looking forward to next year.
Well, we're about to have some trivia about the Super Bowl. I was tried to put a Super Bowl or a Florida State trivia together, and I just couldn't come up with anything hard for you.
He's
And
not very good
also,
at those. We did that before.
Yeah.
No, I am good at them, Dan. I locked up. I got nervous.
Yeah.
All right.
Got him on the spot. Got him.
Here we go. We're going live. I'm going to click this start button. We got 35. Not everybody wants to win, but we'll see what we got. All right. The first question is, who was the MVP of the first Super Bowl? It's going to appear on your screen. You choose. You get points for being right and points for being fastest. You have the answers of Len Dawson, Johnny Unitas, Bart Starr, Joe Namath. We got
Whose turn is it? Whose turn is it?
Well, everybody's going. We got 11 more to answer on the phone, but Brian Linke. Yes.
Okay, Dan. Dan, it's not your turn.
No, it's Dan. All right.
Give Danny this turn because he's Googling right now as we speak.
Googling.
All right. Okay. There we go. You guys all just got the answer. It was Bart Starr. I think Brian Linke knew that one. And
I'm sitting here trying to click on the thing, and it doesn't work, Nate.
Well, you had to be on the phone to do that.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, I thought we were supposed to answer these, Nate.
You're answering. But also,
okay, so it's my turn now.
Brown is in first place.
Right, you were late.
I wasn't late, Dan. You blurted it out.
Brian, Justine, Kevin Lashley. That's Caitlin.
Let's go. Get in the house.
Kevin Lashley.
Look at my boy.
Jeez, he's still living.
Caldwell from POS Pros. What's up?
All right, here we go.
DQ in there.
What Dallas Cowboy had his helmet stolen at the 1994 Super Bowl? Coming up on your guys' phones right now. Boom. Michael Irvin, Larry Brown, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith. Brian Linke, you know this one?
I'm going with Emmitt Smith, D.
I believe that's correct. We got 16 more to answer. May have got it. If they've waited on it, I'll have to wait to make sure. Some of them heard your answer, and they probably put it in. Didn't get the points for quickness, though. All right. Here we go. Going forward, answer is D, Emmitt Smith.
You know how I know that, Nate?
How do you know
I stole it. I stole it.
It is... Yeah,
he stole a coach's headset one time.
Not just a coach, Dan.
I believe he still has it. Bobby Bowden.
Lou Holtz.
That's awesome. All right, back to the live Super Bowl. What was the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl? Our options are Bears, Jets, Raiders, Redskins. Don't answer it yet, Brian and Danny. We don't want to give them free answers out there. We got 13 left to answer. Got 9 left. We'll give you 3, 2, 1. Brian Linke, what's the answer?
The answer's Raiders.
The Raiders is correct. Look at that, Brian Linke.
Is that John Madden?
It was the other guy. The guy with the hair.
Chucky?
No. This guy won a lot. Like a lot. Tom. No. I can see his face.
All right. Google will tell us. We'll go to the next question. We'll find out who the coach was of that Raiders team. What player holds the record for the most rushing yards in a single Super Bowl? The answer's coming up.
Hey, we can't
Emmitt Smith, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, Timmy Smith. Oh, this one's a good one. You know what, Brian?
I'm gonna go with Marcus Allen.
All right. Got 14. We'll give you 5, 4, 3.
Is that right?
2. It's Timmy Smith.
God,
the heck is Timmy Smith?
Franco Harris, wasn't that the Immaculate Reception?
Yeah, that wasn't in the Super Bowl, Dan.
I know.
All
That
right,
was in
let's
the
look at our
AFC. That was in
leaderboard.
the AFC Championship game.
I didn't think he was a running back either.
But
All
check
right,
this
Justin
out.
Lou Holtz's
Vega's up
headset,
there at the
Nate.
leaderboard. Look at that. Some people are moving up, making some moves. Who's in
This
last
is
place?
Linky's
George
got Lou
Ernest.
Holtz's headset on.
There you go. Look at that.
This is perfect for this trivia, Bri.
Yep, that's perfect. All right, leaderboard. Here's the bottom. Dave Orlogio not answering anything. Greg Ernest not answering anything.
Lucas
Caitlin, good
Diggins
try.
with the L.
And then Justine Vega, you are at the top, leading by 1 point. And we're ready to go to the next question.
Look at the Helminator.
All right, here we go. What player holds the record for most career fumbles in a Super Bowl? The answers are...
Who knows these answers?
I think he played at Florida State.
Thurman Thomas, Roger Staubach, Jim Kelly, Terry Bradshaw.
Whose turn
Guys,
is it?
answer it. Brian Linky and Danny Shard. Don't give the answer yet, but do you know the answer? Do you think you know it? Are you?
I think I do. I think I do.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Roger Staubach. Is that who you had? Brian,
No.
you got it?
No,
I had-
it wasn't. It was.
It was not.
I
Thurman
thought it was
Thomas.
Thurman. I thought it was Thurman Thomas.
Yep.
The
Most career
Buffalo
fumbles.
Bills played in 4
Well,
straight. Super Bowls.
okay. How does a quarterback fumble that many times?
That's a great question.
Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions last week, right?
Okay, those are interceptions. That wasn't the question.
It was fumbles. All right. Back to the leaderboard. We'll look quickly. The
Look at
lead is
Vega.
growing for Justine Vega. Hunter, you're trying to get there. Vicky Helm, getting close. Bradley Alton, the Super Bowl champion himself.
Okay, Bradley Alton has a Google screen open.
Guaranteed. He's not even from the country. He doesn't even know.
He's not
wanting his
getting
Camus,
this.
though. Wants his Cayman. All
Yeah.
right. What performance had a now infamous costume malfunction during the halftime show of Super Bowl 38? And if you can sing a song, Brian, you got a song? Here come the answers. How about a little Rhythm Nation? Can you? Madonna.
Right.
Janet
It was.
Jackson,
It was.
Jennifer Lopez.
Who was it? It was either Janet Jackson or Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, he doesn't know. Danny, you know, right? Justin Timberlake had the
Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Right.
All right.
I said Janet Jackson.
You did. But you also thought it might be J-Lo. I don't think she's ever
Yeah,
played a Super Bowl.
I know.
Has she played? Has J-Lo done a Super Bowl?
Let me tell you something. J-Lo couldn't have pulled that off.
Ben Affleck up with J-Lo. I mean, that could have been, but possibility. All right. Oh, look at that. Getting the Janet Jackson, Vicky Helm in first place. Oh,
Hey,
the helmet.
the Helminator.
The hell. They stop texting your mom.
All right.
Hands
We got
free.
a couple more questions. Here we go. Who is the only player from a losing team to be awarded Super Bowl MVP? Do you know that?
I need to see the answers.
All right, here they come. Randy White, Von Miller, Chuck Howley, Tom Brady. We got people answering.
It's got to be Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. I can guarantee it wasn't Tom Brady.
No, it wasn't Tom Brady. It was.
It wasn't Von Miller.
It wasn't Von Miller.
No, it wasn't Von Miller. It was.
I think it was Chuck Howley.
Randy. It was Randy White.
I think Chuck Howley. All right, we're gonna find out. Chuck Howley is the answer. And no shakeup at the top of the board. That
was a good question.
So.
Okay, the thing's rigged. Okay, Justine had it going on, and got kicked out of the feed.
I just paid for the software. I can't tell you exactly how the points work. I know you get points for being right and points for being fastest, and you get both of those, you win a lot of points. All right.
I can tell you this: the whole nepotism thing. Okay, there's got to be a rule for it.
Yep, that could be.
Look at the Helminator.
All right, what QB led the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history?
Tom Brady.
28-3.
There you go. Okay, everybody gets quick answers. Who's going to be faster? You get it on your phone. Get there first. Find that Tom Brady answer because Brian and Danny gave it to you.
Who was the team they beat?
The Atlanta Falcons.
And who was the quarterback for Atlanta?
Matt Ryan.
And who was the coach, now the Washington football team coach for the Atlanta? Dan Quinn. And the offensive coordinator, now the San Francisco 49ers head coach, was, there it is, Tom Brady. See? All right. Let's look. Where's our leaderboard? Vicky Helms staying on the top.
Oh,
and
my
we're going to
God.
go through two more questions.
Ridiculous.
Two more questions. Who's going to be able to get up to the top? Before we bring Billy West, he's waiting on the sidelines. Who is the only starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl with two different teams? This is also the same answer we just had.
Same answer as before.
Tom Brady.
The trivia people got a little lazy here. And I'm not even going to give you much time. Oh, they also, that was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were both in there. Oh, boy. How could they make that big a mistake?
Right, it was both of them. It was both of them.
It was both of them. All right, let's see what the leaderboard did. Didn't change. Some people put Tom Brady.
Real quick, Nate?
What was that?
I'm at the Broncos-Colts game last week.
Yep.
I'm sitting next to a Colts fan. He's got an Indiana Hoosier sweatshirt on. He's got a Colts hat. He's all Colts. And he's from Indianapolis. And I said, is this your first time in Denver? He's like, it is. Yeah, it's really cool. I said, welcome to Peyton country. Okay. The look on his and his wife's face, they thought I was the worst human being on the planet.
Wow. Ask Jen Sales where I was the year that Tom Brady won the Super Bowl for the Bucks. Here, let me help you. I was coaching her kid in a basketball tournament, okay, and saw the first quarter and had to run to the concession stand to keep up with the updates.
Wait, during the Super Bowl?
During the Super Bowl, Dan. During the Super Bowl, it was. I don't know.
Crazy,
I don't know.
Absurd.
Yeah, ask Jen Sales where I was the night that Tom Brady. You know what though? I won the first quarter box. I won $1,000 in that Super Bowl. It was 7-0. End of the first quarter.
All right, we're gonna do one more question, but bring in a little early, Mr. Billy West. I don't know if he's muted himself, but I brought him up the screen. So, and he's matching Brian Linke. What's up with the same shirts? Look how you pulling that off. We can't hear you, Billy.
Can you hear me?
There you are.
Look at him.
All right. Yeah. We had a call this morning. We do that every morning.
Hey, when you're what 1,400 miles apart or whatever now, so you got to wear the same shirts, keep the connection.
Yep, exactly.
All right, one last question before we jump into some thoughts about payments in 2025, and this is for the Camus. Who's getting the Camus?
Ooh.
How much were the most expensive tickets to Super Bowl I?
Linky knows the answer to this.
I don't know I can tell you this. I was at Super Bowl 10, and I still have the ticket stub, and the face value on the ticket is $20. So I'm going to go with, for Super Bowl I, I'm going to go with $12.
Oh, we're going to see what everybody's going to get.
I'm going to go with Steve, $24.
And I do appreciate the quick wardrobe change. I have to get that camera back up. There we go. Look at that. A little gingerbread cookie. I do appreciate that. All right. Back to the screen. The answer was $12.
That's me.
That's it.
Right, you were at Super Bowl 10?
Yep. You know who played in it?
It was 50 years ago.
My dad came home with 4 tickets on Saturday. He's like, "Hey, you guys want to go to the Super Bowl?" The answer is yes. That was the Steelers with the steel curtain against Roger Staubach and the Cowboys. Do you ever see that? Do you ever see those highlights where Lynn Swan makes that juggling catch?
Yeah.
They always show it. That was from Super Bowl 10,
Where was the Super Bowl held?
the Orange Bowl, the original Orange Bowl.
Super Bowl
Miami.
10.
All right. We're gonna find out who wins the Camus. Any bets? I have no inside knowledge. I'll bring the screen up. Vicky was at the lead. Could anybody overtake her? Do you think?
Nope. No way.
No,
No way.
All right. Here we go.
she's
Not the helmet there.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at Vicky Helm. Hunter Kincaid tried. And here's the thing, Hunter.
Ooh.
I have no idea if we could ever possibly ship liquor to the Philippines where you're living right now. So glad you didn't win because we'd had to send you a gift card or something. All
well,
right.
the
Let me tell you something about
nepotism
Vicky
thing
Helm.
is.
She is the two-time defending fantasy football champion in our family football league, and she has been ranked number 1 all year this year, and just made the final or the playoffs. She's in a position to three-peat in fantasy football, which is unheard of. And then she comes in here quiet, reserved, and just beats the brakes off all of you. That's crazy.
Again, she's got Brian Shard sitting right next to her. Okay, feeding her the answers.
Brian Shard doesn't know anything about sports trivia.
All right. So we're going to talk a little bit, just for a couple of minutes, about what we think might happen for payments in 2025. And I'm going to my first question. I didn't tell him I was doing this, to Billy. And I want to talk about, we haven't announced it, but we've had a few new pieces of hardware come into the EPX world in the last month and a half or so. I'm not exactly sure when it came live, with some new Valor terminals. But as you foresee and look at 2025, what terminals or what hardware or even software may be available to our partners that they may like to use in 2025?
Yeah, I think we've got all of the Valor and Deja Vu new lines coming. So yesterday I just got notified that the P series, at least the P8, which I was told nobody else in North America has the terminal at this point as far as a standalone terminal, but we will have that, I believe, next week. He didn't give me, I placed an order, so I don't know exactly when he said, but when they're finished with their QA, they're going to send them over to me. So we have the P8, and the Valor VP series is now certified on EPX. So you've got your VP 550, your VP 800. We have a few of those in stock right now, and we're ready to get them out so we can get them all tested and make sure they're working all right, all good and ready to go. So the other, for those pay anywhere people that like pay anywhere, the Sunmi P2 is available right now on beta. So that's also another option, and we'll see what else that brings here in Q1.
So, Bill, the question is, we're still in control, meaning our office in Warsaw of the Valor and the Deja Vu, right? You guys are shipping them, you're inventorying them, you're shipping them, you're downloading them, you're doing whatever, you're programming them, whatever needs to be done out of our office. Yeah.
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Valor Deja Vu comes straight from the office. The Sunmi I talked about earlier it's going to come from North, but yeah, we have a lot more control over Valor and Deja Vu. So
yeah,
that is correct.
A lot of the partners like that.
Yep.
And talk a little bit about like some of the added things you can add on to Valor. They're added costs, but you can have the gateway features. What are some of those, Billy?
Yeah, both of them actually, like Deja Vu has de novo. It's a little bit extra. It's I think $5 to us. But Valor has their backend, which will include like a virtual terminal. You can put those little rocket devices, which are almost like little cell phones. I don't have one sitting in here, but you can add those if you add the virtual terminal. And it's also got invoicing and lots of the same things that the Pay Anywhere portal has. So those are all, added features that we can add on for any Valor accounts.
Cool. Danny Shard, I know you want to focus a lot in 2025 about growing our ISV channel and the more software and hardware that we can integrate with. What can our partners do to help you along that that'll help them? Talk a little about, we'll talk about more in the coming year about what it means to grow our ISV channel right here at PayProTec.
Nate's got a great way of putting you on the spot, doesn't he? I love that. It's a great question, Nate. So yeah, I mean, we have a unique opportunity to partner with ISVs, software providers, POS providers that have a unique software, and we're doing a lot of these that are vertical specific, and a lot of them our partners are bringing to us. So whenever you come across a POS system that seems intriguing, that you really like, but it's not getting it doesn't have a lot of options as far as integrations, or they can only go through one channel. A lot of times you'll find that those companies are very eager to partner up and integrate with other platforms and other processors, because it just widens their ability to capture more business. So a lot of these opportunities are coming from partners like you guys that are coming across some unique opportunities. You like systems, you like the verticals, and they'll work with our integration team to get these systems stood up. What's cool about this too is it kind of makes it really turnkey for these to come in. And if we can get them integrated on EPX, a lot of times they're working with Billy's team on a semi integration with Deja Vu or PAX or something like that as well. So these are cool opportunities that we've got. So I want all of us to think going into 2025, when you come across a system that you haven't heard of, or that you might find doesn't have a lot of options, that actually is a heck of an opportunity. Don't count the deal out by any means. And in fact, it's the opposite.
Bringing us all on the screen here, and I'll make this open to everyone. When you look at 2025, do you have any predictions of what might happen in payments, what might happen for our partners, what opportunities there may be more than what we've talked about as we go into 2025? And I'll start with mine. I'll put myself on first. But I would say one of mine is, I think AI and really the risk prevention and risk scaling is going to come to fruition in 2025 for us. And we're going to be able to prevent a lot of losses and approve people faster, because we're going to be identify at real time what's in risk. And it's going to come to PayProTec. It's going to come to a lot of our competitors too, because all these models are coming to play, but it's going to give us a lot of opportunity. And I think some things eventually, it's maybe 2026, that are more high risk now will be considered middle risk, because we can actually identify the risk before even a transaction can happen. And there's a lot of things that can go into that. That would be one of my predictions. And you guys, anybody else have anything?
I mean,
Mike,
Nate, as far as I, sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Nope, I said let's go down the line. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
Right,
I mean, just to piggyback on that, Nate, a little bit, the collection thing, which I've spent a lot of time this year dealing with those people. I think anything that can help them, the AI thing. I mean, again, Danny made me aware of something yesterday. Here we are on, what is it, December, whatever it is, right around December 19th. A lot of our partners are asked for certain things like bank statements and processing statements, and then they call up because they need to provide financial statements and tax returns and things like that. And Dan made a great point to me, because I never thought of that. A lot of times these partners, they'll send it in, and then we'll come back and ask for more stuff. And hopefully what you're talking about with the AI thing, which is way, I was born in 1962, so the whole thing scares me. But the thing about the bank statements and the processing statements, it depends upon what's on those statements. And I think a lot of our partners, they get the bank statements, they get the processing statements, they send them through, they think that's all that they need. But when they look at the bank statements and the processing statements, there's really not a whole lot on there. And then they get mad when we ask for more. So hopefully what you're talking about may rectify some of that.
I think it's I don't know how much is coming in 2025, but it's coming in the next year or 18 months. And we're going to have a lot of change. And it's going to mean, and we're all in the same boat, I think. All of the companies are doing this AI integration, being able to do all the multi-function stuff that I don't understand. But it's going to be good for us all because we're going to be able to mitigate that risk a lot better than we have been for the last decade. And what else? Danny Shard, how about you? Anything else?
You know, the talk of AI scares me. You know, Nate, Josh, you guys are on the front lines of it, and it's scary. You know, Bry, even though he said he was born in 1962 and was in attendance at Super Bowl 10, which you guys do the math on that. That's a long time ago, and
Yeah, it
and
is.
me and him are in the same boat when it comes to AI. Like I mean,
Like, okay, well, okay. How about this? What is it?
right.
Okay, here, okay. You know what I know what it is? Is my son can put like words in and like make a song. Okay, like a song comes out. Okay,
So,
a song comes out about
AI
my
song.
granddaughter. He'll put like certain words in, and all of a sudden someone's singing a song about it.
You know, this year I just see a lot more opportunity. You know, like Billy was talking about some new equipment options. You know, this industry was a lot simpler. You know, 15 years ago. I started in 2003, so here I'm coming up on 22 years, and it was just and Billy's been in just as long as me, I think, maybe around the same time. I mean, the equipment was a lot simpler back then, and you know, as it continues to evolve, you know, 5 years ago or whenever the Point came out, I know my boy Lash knows this better than anybody. That was like a spaceship to me, and you know, those types of devices are extremely popular today, and now they're even getting more advanced. And everybody's got POS, and now we've turned into us, you know, goofball salespeople have turned into technology experts, or what's required to be a technology expert to sell a merchant account. And it's challenging. And so, like, you know, ways that we've got to stand out. You know, your knowledge has to be on point. You got to be ready to adapt and adopt the new technology that's coming into our space because it's rapid and it's happening frequently. And being engaged with us, and you know, as Billy, you know, continues to spread his knowledge on, you know, what's coming out in the equipment space, and you're going to see a lot of that this year. It's just going to help you continue to be competitive out there. I think that's what we want to do. Our goal is to always give you the front of the lines, our partners, give you guys the most competitive advantage possible, right? And it starts with the technology now in today's business. So I'm excited about that, even though it scares me a little bit because I don't know anything about it. But I can fake it till we make it, like most of us have always done.
All right, Billy, any predictions?
Dan, when you say
I mean,
most of us, Dan, when you say most of us, why are you staring at me?
I was talking to you.
most of us. No, I mean, I think I'm just echoing, you know, what you guys say or have said at this point. The AI is going to change everything. It's going to be like the application process. You're going to get faster approvals. Decisions are going to be so much quicker. It's going to be big. I feel like 2025 is by far going to be like the biggest change that we've seen in a long time due to AI. So you have that aspect, and like Dan was saying, the equipment is getting crazy. I think we're going to move to like omni-channel type situations where your merchants are going to need all of these different things, and the more that we can give them, the better. So that's what we're working on, making sure that we can cover everybody's needs and make sure that you guys can sell what they need. So
I love it. All right, little housekeeping. We're going to bring a couple more people in. We have another trivia game coming, reindeer game, some holiday trivia. I don't know it. I think it's going to be pretty good, but you got to scan the QR code or put the code in. I'll leave this up for a minute. We'll bring it up again here in a couple of minutes. And here in a second, we're going to see Josh Brown gave me this button that says video. Where is it? I've got Santa AI transition. I don't know. Let's play this.
What are we doing here? What is that?
It's like the Yule log that you watch on the fire, the fireplace when you go to bed.
Is that what it is, Bill?
Yule log?
You guys
The
haven't watched
Yule,
a Yule log?
the
No,
Yule log?
I don't
Yeah,
know
it's a
what a Yule log
fireplace. It's
is,
got a
Bill.
log in it. It just plays on the TV. Same
I,
type of thing.
I can
All right.
promise you this. I've never seen a Yule log.
All right.
All right. You're going to see
I
some
don't know.
live introductions going on here.
Get sales.
I only have a 5 shot. So, Danny, you are switching to Pamela Bailey.
Oh yes, yeah. The
All right.
superstars are
Joining us on the
on.
live stream
The
is
Here we
Pamela
superstars
go.
Bailey
are
and Jen
on.
Sales.
Now
How
it's a
are you?
party.
Hello.
We made it
Now it's a
work.
real party.
It is now.
Absolutely.
All right. So, the first question is, what is one of your favorite holiday memories? It can be recent. It can be a long time ago. And I'll let you guys go in an order as you raise your hand or who's going to jump in first.
Let's like you know what? Let's put Jen Sales on the spot to jump in first.
There you go. Jen, I'll put you.
So my favorite is when I was a little girl, and you always sneak downstairs. Like I'll never forget it. I think about it all the time. But you always sneak downstairs as a little girl to see, what's under the tree. And I ran down the steps, and my parents heard me, and they made like all these bells go off, and I was like, oh my gosh, Santa's in my house, and I'm going to be in trouble, I ran upstairs, and my dad was like, did you get out of bed? And I was like, no, I didn't get out of bed. I didn't see Santa. And I'll just never forget it. It was just like an awesome feeling as a little girl that you think that you almost saw Santa. So it always is close into my heart with that moment.
That is awesome. Now I'm going to ask our next newcomer, Pamela. What's a
Oh
holiday memory for
yes.
you?
Well, I'm from a big family. I don't know if everybody knows that, but I'm the youngest of 9 kids. So we didn't always get what we wanted for Christmas, which was very understandable. But as a kid, you want big things. But the one thing I wanted most as a kid one time for Christmas was a doll that walks and talks and can eat. And of course, my parents did the best that they could. I got one that would take a bottle and would walk. So I was very happy about that. That was one of my favorite things that I received as a child. And just, the magic of Christmas that, Santa brought that, I was very young. Beautiful.
That's awesome. Brian Linky, how about you? What's a holiday memory for you?
Well, as my boys were growing up, they're 6 years apart. Every Christmas morning, they would come into my bedroom, jump into my bed, both of them, and get me up, and we would wrestle and do whatever. So I would get up and go downstairs, and we'd start the whole thing. But so that was I missed that. But what has happened lately is we spend the night either us at their house, now that boys are grown, and they still to this day, one's 33, one's 26, one's 27, they will wake up before me and come and jump into the bed with me, and that hasn't changed. So that memory will always be with me. So and it continues because they the bed gets smaller as they get bigger. So but it's the same thing, and it's been one of the traditions that we've always had.
How about Billy West? How about you? What are some of your holiday memories?
Oh, I think. I mean, I'm just gonna go with the recent ones because I got a 6-year-old that makes every holiday has been special. I love Christmas. I love spending time with my family, but my little 6-year-old, he's just something else. Like you just get so much joy when they wake up and they run out there and see the presents, and he's jumping up and down and getting ready. And then as we're opening presents, he's like giving it to me to put together the toys and all that stuff. And I just remember last year we had I think he got 30 some dinosaur figures, and he had probably hundreds before that, and we got all of the dinosaurs out and we put them coming out of the tree and all the way across the living room floor, like it was a stampede. And then, we would run between them and play like we were trying not to get stomped on. So
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I will tell you that again, my boys are a lot older than all of your kids, and just keep it where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like my boys continue, jump into my bed. They keep on, they want to open the presents. Like they're still as excited. I swear to you, as at 33 and 26 and 23 as they were when they were 6 years old. So if you can keep that in your family, then you're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to do Christmas trivia, and for the Christmas trivia, if you win a Meta Quest where you can play a bunch of games. You can give it to one of your kids, or you can play it yourself. But also, you could do this. I happen to have an older Meta Quest. You'd get a newer one. I have a Meta Quest too. If you're a sports fan, they have this, what's called, I don't even know how to, stadium, I guess is how to pronounce it.
Ooh.
But you can watch these games, and it's like you're on the sideline, and you can turn around. It's ridiculous. So I highly recommend it. And let me get back in here. This is your last chance. We got only 24 people of 100 people watching have signed in. Don't you want to win?
Nate, how much are those things? How much are those things?
It starts at $500. So
yeah, we were in the mall last week, and you have to make an appointment at the Apple Store in order to test one. Like it
okay,
was.
well, that's
crazy.
the $2,500. That's the next one up at the Apple Store.
Oh,
This
no,
is the
you're right.
Meta Quest.
You're right. You're right.
Brian's trying to go one step up. We're generous.
Sorry.
But I
Sorry.
couldn't get that past Billy. He didn't want to get
Listen.
$2,500.
You know what? I forgot. That's what the guy told me that they were 25. And what I told him, first thing I said is, "Are they made of gold?"
Exactly. All right, one last chance before I hit the start button, and we all answer these questions together. 26 playing along. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to start the reindeer games. We got 10 questions about holiday trivia, and here we go. Which one of the following is not the other names of Santa Claus? I think this is going to be pretty easy, is my guess.
For God's sake.
Saint Nick, Kris Kringle, Arthur Claus, or Plain Nickel. Ooh, I don't know. That's a little more harder than I thought. What do you think?
How do you know that you pronounce? Hold on a second. How do you know you pronounce that play?
I have no idea. I was guessing it was French. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you for calling me out, Brian. How do you pronounce it?
Plaise Nickel.
That's right. Plaise Bill. Plaise Nickel.
Yeah, that's what popped in my head when I saw it. Plaise Nickel.
And the answer, Arthur Claus is not a name. Arthur, not part. All right, let's find the leaderboard. We'll look at this first. Look at that. Morgan Nordemeyer is the first one in the first question. Vicky Helm is up there again. Josh Brown, not Danny Shard.
He's winning it all.
Hold on a second. Can you be an employee and win?
No. So it'll be the top winner who's not an employee. So.
Believe me, I got Nordemeyer. Believe me, I got her pegged.
All right, here we go. Next question. Which country is the largest exporter of Christmas trees?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think?
Why would anybody want to know?
United States, Germany, Canada.
Oh,
why would anybody want to know the answer to that?
I'm going to say United States. I'm going to say B.
You're going to say B?
It's the exporter. If it's the total seller. But do we export, or do we just buy all?
It's not B. It's not B.
I mean, there's a lot of trees.
Oh, export.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
C.
I'd say D.
All right. This is true. None of us really know. It is D. There you go.
Good job, Bill.
Way to go.
There's a lot of trees up there. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we will look at the scorecard for a couple questions here. Which country is St. Nicholas originally from?
Oh,
all right.
What?
St. Nicholas, the actual person that was St. Nicholas, is he from Germany, France, Turkey, or Canada?
Yeah, for God's sake. What?
That's why we had you on for the sports trivia to begin with, Brian.
Okay, which country?
None of those are what I thought it was.
Go ahead, Jen. Jen, go ahead. Say Turkey.
I think it's
I say
Germany.
France.
France.
I say A.
I'm gonna say Germany.
All right.
Yep.
Here we go. Turkey.
Uh-huh. Good job.
None of us.
That was me.
Brian Linky,
Okay.
you even know your history of holiday events. There you
Okay, if it was the Statue of Liberty, it would have been France.
I really
See?
thought it was Norway, but obviously that wasn't.
Yep.
Bill, everybody knows it's Turkey. Everybody knows it.
Everybody.
Listen, you were just telling Jen to say turkey so you could make fun of her.
You know what? You're right.
All right, here we go. Back up here. Which is the most popular ornament uses to place at the top of the Christmas tree?
A.
Angel, tinsel, garland, or none of the above? Is it the star? So it's none of the above.
Yeah,
I think it's A.
I'm going D.
Ooh,
So he thinks it's a star. Is my
going out on the limb.
He might be right.
We're
But
gonna
I
find
say,
out.
I already picked A.
Oh,
Yeah.
Angel.
God.
I
It's a trick question.
All right, we're going to move along here. A couple more questions. Which
Chris-
fruit is traditionally used to make a, how do you pronounce this? Christingle?
Single?
Chris, what?
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
There's no such
D.
thing.
None of the above.
What's
Right.
the answers? Banana, apple, pineapple, or orange? It can't be a banana. It's too mushy. It's a
Orange.
bakery thing. Orange sounds about right. Pineapple's not available enough.
I'm going
I'm
with
only
B.
guessing orange
I'm going
because
with apple.
people got oranges in their stockings for years.
Got to do something.
Okay,
with that orange.
Jen, I've never gotten an orange and I've never given an orange. Okay?
All right.
Oh my
Orange and
God,
answer's
you gotta
orange.
be kidding
Good
me.
job, guys.
Oh, what was
All
that
right.
leaderboard?
Yep,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
going quick here because I'm way behind on our time. It's already 1 o'clock. I'm about 15 minutes behind on my schedule. So, in which chain of fast food do people usually eat on Christmas Day in Japan? Oh, Brian Linky's been there. First of all,
I have.
McDonald's,
Not
there's
me.
Some trademark issues. Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King,
Do
KFC.
any of them serve duck? No.
No.
D. KFC.
KFC?
That's what I'm going with too.
I'm going with. Okay, I'm going with. You know what? I'm going with D. I'm going with D.
D it is. By the
Woohoo!
very quick last minute answer from Brian Linky. All right. Okay,
What'd I do,
Vince,
Nate?
hanging out
What'd
there
I
in
do?
Las Vegas.
Uh-oh, Vicky's
Taking a
coming.
strong lead. Justine up there in third. Tony, Caitlin, got Brian, Josh Brown trying to make the muddied board here. All right.
Cheating
3 more
as
questions.
usual.
Brian Linky, where might you enjoy a kiviak, a meal of fermented bird wrapped in a sealskin at Christmas?
Okay, everybody knows this.
Oh,
Is enjoy the right word?
it's got to be Greenland, right? Because it's got the seal. You don't have seals in the other 3, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay, okay. I'm going with
D.
I'm going with Mongolia.
Oh, good one.
All right.
The
All
old
right.
Mongolian barbecue seal.
Yeah, God.
It is Greenland. All right,
question.
Vince,
What
still
can
with a
I?
strong
What can I?
lead. I think let's get 2 more questions. Brian Linky, in that 1998 Thanksgiving episode of Friends, Chandler puts a turkey on his head. What's the question?
Yeah.
Is this Jeopardy?
True or false?
True.
That's what the
I'm
question
going with
is.
true.
All right.
True.
It would. I think it's false, and I will tell you why. It was Joey who put his turkey on his head.
Ah,
As a Friends
Oh.
aficionado, I just gave you the answer. So
There you go, everybody.
there you go. You got a couple more seconds. What do you think? Brian Linky, you're a big fan, son. Friends
I'm
fan.
okay. I'm going with false.
All right, here we go. And the answer is false. One last question. Here's what the leaderboard is. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Vicky's up there.
Oh my God. Okay, look at Danny
Listen.
Sharp just feeding her answers.
yeah. Did we not?
He's running around the room because he knows that the meta is for him.
Right.
We didn't say ahead of time you couldn't win all of these. We probably should have said it that. All right, here we go. Last question. Which spirit is traditionally poured on top of Christmas pudding and then lit? I've never done that. Brian Linky, you good? You like to do the alcoholic names?
I'm a one,
Come on,
two,
Brian.
three. I'm going to say brandy.
That would be my guess too. Because I
My
don't think,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
B.
it's
All
the only
right.
one that I can.
Well, Pam, since you do it every single Christmas, you should know.
You know me.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking rum, but
Yeah, me
brandy's
too. It
next
wasn't there,
closest
so
thing.
And it is brandy. And
Bill,
now
we're
we
brandy
find out the winner.
aficionados, Bill.
Yes, we are.
Vicky
Yep.
Helm with the win again. We'll have to take it to the judges, decide, Vince, what we're going to do. I am going to take a picture of the winners here so we
Yeah,
know
we're
who
going to
it is.
disqualify her is what we're going to do.
Oh.
That's what we're going to do.
For those who
Good
don't
job,
know,
everyone.
Vicky is a very successful sales partner with PayProTec, but she is also the wonderful mother of Mr. Danny Shard. So we don't know. Is this nepotism? It probably is. Yeah. So,
Okay. If it's not nepotism, then there's no such thing as nepotism.
There's not- I think Lashley's right. I think she's got an AI bot playing for her.
That's it. Yeah, we snuck and told her what program we were using. She had all the tools put together. It's been a good experience for her. All right. So I got to look at my schedule. I'm going to come back. We'll come back and make a couple switches. So I'm going to put a couple of our visitors here. Pamela and Jen, could you give some Christmas greetings? And then Brian and Billy to our PayProTec partners while I set up for the next group as we bring in Danny, Luke, and myself and talk a little golf. But I don't see them on the back screen yet. So I'm actually telling them, hopefully they're watching. You need to get back into the green room. All right. Jen, I think you're first.
Okay, so I'm just going to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. It has been, sorry, I'm a little emotional this Christmas, but it has been amazing to work with all of you, and you make PayProTec a blast to come to work every day. You are definitely part of our family. I love talking to you all, and I hope you all just have an amazing Christmas and Happy New Year, and you get to be with all your family and friends. So love you all. Thank you for making my days wonderful each and every day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jen. Thank you, Jen. Pamela?
Yeah, everyone, it is great working with all of you, and I enjoy talking with you too and helping you out and everything. We're here for you, but you're here for us too, and I just wish that all of you have a happy New Year, a very Merry Christmas, that you get all the love and the food and togetherness and all the presents that you need. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, Pamela. Billy West.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to let you know that Brian hates you all. And if you want to hear what he says about you behind your back, just, send me a text and I'll let you know.
Thanks, Bill.
It's the best Christmas meeting all year.
Absolutely. No, for real. It's, we appreciate every single one of you, and we're not here without you, and we cannot thank you enough. And Brian does not hate you guys. Believe me. He's got the biggest heart in the whole place and talks great things about every single one of you. But I appreciate you guys so much. It's been a wonderful year, and I look forward to another great one here in 2025. And thank you all, and hope you all have a wonderful holiday season.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I'm going to switch here. We're going to look at
What, Nate? I don't get a holiday thing. What
I'm
is
sorry.
it?
Sorry. My fault.
You're sticking around.
Yeah.
I am.
No,
Yes.
he's off too. He's
Oh,
off too.
is he
So I'm
off?
done.
Yep. So Brian Linky, I'm
Hear the
sorry.
holiday
I
cheer
jumped
from
the
the
gun.
Scrooge.
Just real quick. Just real quick. At our managers meeting last week, our CEO of our company said something at the very beginning of the meeting that just rang true with me, and it's something that has stuck with me. And here's a guy who, he's running our company. He's he's got so much responsibility. But the thing that he said to me, not just to me, to everybody, was that if work is the most important thing that you're doing it wrong. Right? Family has got to be the number one thing. And if you can put family first, I know all of you, faith is there as well, but family first, okay, everything else falls into place. We all work hard. We're all salespeople. We all want to make more money. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's kind of a catch-22 at times. But Matt Hoskins said, if work is the most important thing in your life, you're doing it wrong. So please think about that over the holidays. And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Ryan Linke, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. We're going to make a transition, and we're going to go here. Brian, cheers.
That
I'm
was
going
really
to bring
good,
Danny
Brian.
back in. There we are. Danny.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't see Luke, but I'm going to show this. So I forgot.
I wish I could
to
have
put this
seen
up
a Go
earlier.
Knowles there at the end, but sorry, Dave.
Go. Well, right, Dan. I know we're having a struggle on the basketball thing too. But hey,
Yeah.
we'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great holiday, and we will see you in 2025. Peace.
Love you guys. Peace.
Go Knowles.
Go Knowles.
Go Knowles.
All right. Scan this QR code, and you could be a winner of a Samsung 80-inch TV. Those who subscribe or those who sign up, you'll get drawing here at the end. I know I'm going to bring up in a minute the Bose Comfort headphones as well. This is on my Christmas wish list this year. So if you want to donate back to me, I probably won't say no, but make sure you sign up. And coming back on the screen, Danny Shard, tell me about your best golfing experience this year. Oops, that's your C. Your C. There we go. I have a lot of things going on over here. Yeah, what's your best golf game there? Best memory this year on the golf course? You spend a lot of time out there.
I do not nearly as much as I used to.
That's true.
With a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old and a job with demanding salespeople that just won't leave me alone, which I'm thankful for every day, keeps me from playing golf. It's a blast. I love it. It's been probably the biggest passion for me outside of work and what I do. But it takes a long time, right? 4 hours, 5 hours. If you're with me and my friends, it's 6 hours, and there's some alcoholic beverages happening, and that's a whole day now. So I've dialed it back quite a bit, and I haven't gotten to play nearly as much. But one of the cool things this year, I think, that I got to do is, luckily my career has taken me to a lot of cool places to see all of you. And I tend to find some time to get out on the golf course wherever I go. This year was no exception. And surprisingly enough, it was in Las Vegas, and it's like ranked the 4th course in the entire nation. I think it's the number 1 for cost. It's incredibly expensive, and luckily I played with a group of guys that they went ahead and expensed it, so I didn't have to. But it was $1,250 per person to play 18 holes at this golf course. It was no joke. It's called Shadow Creek. If you get a chance to look it up or check it out, do so. It's where they do the matches for all the fun exhibition matches for the PGA. Like, I think the last one they just did was Scotty Scheffler and Brooks Koepka and those guys. So it was an amazing course, an amazing experience, and something that I wouldn't get to do if I wasn't in this position and in this career, working with all of you fine people. So something I'm thankful for every day.
Well, we're going to do a golf trivia game, Danny, and we're giving away the opportunity to play golf with you sometime this year. We don't know when, depends who wins. So for those who want to join, we're going to have some golf trivia. We're going to put this up here for a couple minutes. Let you sign up, get some incoming players in. Danny, can you, you took golf as a hobby, as a sport, but can you talk about how it's grown into a networking tool for you? Because I always hear, hey, I met this guy playing golf. I set this person up because of golf. I took this person golfing. We're going to have someone golfing with you. It's next year. They're part of the PayProTec family. How has it become a network event for you?
You know, my grandfather told me years ago, respected that man so much, and he was an incredible businessman. He owned a plastics company in Texas and sold it for millions in the 80s, and did very well for himself. But he told me early on, because I really started getting into golf, you know, when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, and started getting really good at it like 10, 11, 12 years old, and played a lot of junior golf, AGGA, and high school golf and things like that. So he told me, he's like, you know, you're going to find that golf is going to be a very big part of your career. And he said more deals are done on the golf course than they are in the office. And I never believed it. And now it's so true. You know, I've been able to work with a lot of partners and get introduced to a lot of people by saying, hey, let's meet up and play golf. And, you know, it creates camaraderie. It gives you a chance to see how athletically challenged a lot of people are out there that probably shouldn't be playing golf in a business setting, but they still do, and they get after it. And I've actually been lucky enough to work with a lot of cool people that I met on the golf course, and do a lot of great business together. So it's a cool thing that I never thought. When my grandfather said that, I'm like, there's no chance. I'm not going to play golf and make money. And yeah, look at that.
All right. Well, for your chance to play golf with Danny Shard, and you don't want to play golf with me, but he will probably bring some other people along that'll be fun and great to interact with and network with. We're going to wait one more, let's say 20 seconds.
Okay, Luke Uzbigian is the one you want to play with. I mean, the guy hits it a country mile. You know, and I mean, he actually came and played in my member guest with me this year, and we won our flight. And Luke, I think, shot even par and 1 under the next day. I mean, he's amazing. You know, about what I was doing when I was 30 years old, didn't have kids, and you know, worked my tail off and played golf on the weekends and every chance I get. And that's what Luke's doing. He's killing it.
That's awesome. All right, here we go. We are going live with this game. I think it's 7 questions. I created this game myself. I didn't put it together. I did this with some AI resources. Hopefully the answers are correct. Here we go. Who became the first and so far only person to hit a golf ball on the moon during Apollo 14 mission 1971? Do you know this, Danny Shard? Or will you be able to tell from the answer here?
I'm hoping I can tell by the answers.
So is it Aldrin, Glenn, Shepard, Armstrong?
I'll say Glenn.
Glenn? I actually know it because I put these together, so I can't actually answer these. But
probably Buzz.
All right. Everybody's in the answers. It's Alan Shepard was the first and only one to think, hey, I'm going to bring a golf ball and hit it up here on this moon while I'm up here. All the things I can do. Got to hit a golf ball. So,
love it.
All right. First leaders. We'll look at that here in a couple minutes here. What is this term for scoring? I didn't know this. 3 strokes under par on a single hole. So a hole in one and a par 4. Do you know this one off there? What was it?
It's an albatross.
That's it. Okay, you got, see? For those who are wanting to get, do you trust Danny that the albatross is the right answer?
Those of you might not believe me, but that I made a hole in one on a par 4 2 days before my 14th birthday.
Okay, I haven't heard that before. That's amazing. That's a legit first. Have you ever come close since?
I've got 4 hole in ones.
All right, nice. All right, albatross was the answer. You guys all got it. Brian Kames jumping up. Matt Proctor's in this one. Which prestigious golf tournament awards its winner a green jacket? This is way too easy, I know. If you don't know this one, one of the things we can tell is running the concessions and all the retail stations across the Masters is what, Danny?
Say it again.
What software is running the concessions, all the point of sale services at the Masters?
Our good friends at Retail Cloud.
Yeah. That's a little
And
feather in your cap.
Matt Proctor will be in attendance
Yep.
this year.
All right. And Proctor takes the lead. Nice job. All right. Couple more questions here. The modern game of golf originated in which country during the Middle Ages? Do you know this one, Danny?
I do.
There you go. I figured you did.
Scotland.
It is. Is it Scotland, England, Ireland, or the Netherlands? And
Scotland.
Danny is correct. We'll see who gets their answer in. Oh, no change. Matt Proctor staying up there. Jeff Gwynn, Vince, Caitlin, Scott. All right. Kurt Freegon. We got other people jumping in. I do like that. Thank you. What is the diameter of the regulation of a golf hole on the putting green?
Wow.
Do you know this? Somewhere in there, somewhere between 3.75 inches and 4.5 inches. And I actually don't remember the answer, but I Googled it several times to make sure I got the right one.
I'm going to say C.
C is 4.5. Everybody's answered. It is 4.25. So, which I don't know that you could tell the difference between 4 and 4.25, but that is the regulation.
Most golfers would have appreciated if they would have made it 4.5. That would have
exactly. All right.
Look at Q.
Vince jumping into the top. Which golfer made headlines in 2023 when he became the first live golf player to win a major by claiming the victory at the Masters this year? That was a big tournament, big opportunity for live to show back up into the big majors. I apparently typed Brooke Koepka twice in the answer. That's when I have to blame on myself. I did.
A.
It is A. Those who waited to answer. Okay. All right. Okay, we got one more question after this. Who is going to be the winner? Is it going to be Vince with the golf, Jeff Gwynn with the golf? Sorry, Matt and Caitlin. Jordan's the next eligible. I'm not sure. I think he's too many points behind. Here you go. Who won the 2023 Open Championship, securing his third major championship? I went through some this year history. Happened, 3 months ago? Who's going to get in there? Who's Googling fast enough if they didn't know? I should have made these faster. All right, it was John Rahm again. Not a bad year for John Rahm. All right, and the leaderboard. Vince, you are the winner. All right, I'm going to guess that you live in Vegas. We're going to have to get you on the golf course with Danny. I think Danny has already talked about his favorite course. We'll see what he does.
I've gotten to play golf with Vince, actually, several years ago. We played, what was it called, Vince? Royal Links, I think is what it was called. I think it's no longer there. And they were actually in the process of a changeover, and they didn't have a liquor license. Well,
I remember that story.
Vince and I didn't like that very well, and luckily he's in Vegas, so his wife came out and helped us with some libations, which was very kind.
That is right. All right, so we are coming back, but I've been streaming straight for 1 hour and 28 minutes, so we're taking a quick 3-minute break, and we'll be back with Coach Mike and Jenny to talk about Payments Hub. And we have a couple more things and lots more things to give away, including, let me on my list because I will forget some things. We still have to give away an iPad, a cluster demo, a nomadic travel bag, and a $1,000 plus swag extravaganza with PayProTec, all to be given away in the next 45 minutes. We're going to take just a little break. So everybody, wherever you are, go use your restroom, get a drink, refresh yourselves, get ready, and you can watch the
Crazy. How was your free ball? Yeah, well, okay. Oh, is it Saturday? Ooh. You're speaking? Rob's last name? Not a lot, but
All right, we're back. And I'm checking all my messages. No one's told me anything's going wrong. And bringing up on the screen is Coach Mike and Danny, which is not supposed to be happening. So give me a second here. It's supposed to be Coach Mike and Jenny, which I will change. Jenny, your camera D. There we go. Sorry, Jenny. All right, Mike and Jenny, you guys are, for some reason, I see you, but I can't hear you. And it says, give me a second. This technical difficulties. All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking while I try to figure this out. Jenny, you're going to be guest 4. And can I hear you, Jen? Still said guest in green room. See, look at this. I'm going to try this. Okay, I'm going to ask Mike and Jenny to sign out and sign back in. I'm going to come up on the screen and do a giveaway. Here we go. Let's get over here. Okay, not that. We could look at the space animation there. But here is, I have another giveaway. Not that one yet. This one. And we're coming up this one. I'm going to do it early so you get into it. Let me go up to full screen on this. And here is the Matic travel bag. This is Paul Kent's favorite travel bag. It has all the holes, zippers, everything you could possibly know. Everybody loves it. And I think about a $400 value. If you're a traveler, sign up to win this. I work to get Mike and Jenny in here. Okay, so I'm going to try something different here. All right, Mike, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Why is that? All right. I will give it a couple more seconds, and then I will kick down the curb. I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't work here. We can see you, but I can't hear you. And you can hear me, correct? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think not sure. All right. Oh, hold on. Now I think I know. Thank you, Pitt. Paul Kent's telling me I was in. Dog. All right. Sorry, guys. I think this will work. Look at this. All right. I can hear
Hey!
Mike now. And why Jenny is like that, I don't know. It's like part of my camera. Let's try a different one.
Oh yeah, she and I are sharing the middle screen, it looks like a little bit.
Okay,
There
let's
we
try
go.
that. There we go. I can hear you.
Hey, hey, hey.
Ah. Okay. This was the problem. There's a mode that I can called preview mode where I can make some changes in between. And then you have to put yourself back in live mode. I thought I had hit that. Didn't. So here we are. All right. That is terrible live, but this is going to tell we do this 100% live. And on every Thursday, nearly, I think probably 35 of them, a couple other days, 35 times, we did a office hours with Mike and Jenny. Tell me a little bit, because we started this, I think we've done about 60 episodes. I can't remember, I've counted, but I don't think it's off the top. What's been your experience? And when I came and said we're going to do office hours, I looked just this last week. Over 10,000 people have watched at least one episode. 10 different unique people have watched at least one episode of office hours. Tell me what your experience is. We've been bringing the knowledge, like you were able just to sit down with Mike and Jenny and kind of learn a little bit. Mike, what's that experience been for you? I'll let you talk first.
The experience has been fun. You know, we did a little show like this years ago before COVID. I did it on my own, and you have certainly upped the content, and we're bringing things that are fresh and that need to be talked about. And I've heard a lot of feedback from people. Oh, I saw you talk about that. I saw this on that other show. So all of our content, Nate, to you is just so you know, is being talked about. But for us to do that, I was excited. I love doing stuff like this. I love being able to interact and share knowledge with our partners. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the job I do, obviously. But yeah, it's just lots of fun, and this has been a day I've been looking forward to as well.
All right, and Jenny, how about you? Tell me a little bit about your experience. I got to find your one camera. Your camera H. Can you believe I have this many cameras? Sheesh.
So awesome.
Right. I can't even. Okay, I've got to move you to a camera that I can. Here we go. All right, Jenny, your camera E now because I didn't have a camera H. There we go. All right, there we go.
Gen E, right, is how you can remember it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love office hours. I really think it's a great opportunity to talk about the small things that come in topic, like on a day-to-day when you're out there selling and getting deals and everything for us. So it just is a really great way to interact with you guys too. I do a lot of one-offs with trainings on a one-on-one, but I love office hours because we get that interaction with everybody. And of course, I love just chatting with Nate and Mike. So I was going to say Nate, Mike and Nate. So it's great.
All right. Okay, wrong button again. I'll get this right. All right. I'm having a. It's the whole production today. Now we're gonna do some trivia on Payments Hub in a second. In fact, I need to get that up. Jenny put that together for her. But what is the one thing that's been asked of you as our trainers the most this year? What's the one memory? What's one thing that the repeat question you keep asked? And I know I put you on the spot. That's what I do all the time. So the last time I put Mike first. This time I put Jenny first. Jenny, what's the thing that you get here all the time that you're like, man, if you know this one thing, it would save so much time and let us serve so many more partners?
Yeah, I would say, can you help me do an online application? Like, what is that process? How does it go through? Because once you learn it and you have the flow down, it literally takes like 10 to 15 minutes. So I get a lot of phone calls like, how do I do this? What is the process? Can we just walk through this real quick?
Perfect. And how about Mike? What would be your answer if Jenny didn't already steal it?
She stole that one, but I think the other
Sorry.
one is, can we go through this rate analysis?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about how much profit I'm going to make. Let's talk about how good of a deal this is for this merchant, how much they're saving. What if we price it this way? What if we price it this way, and how that affects the profit when we're talking about a non-edge deal? Those are still out there, believe it or not, and it's important to know when you change pricing how that's going to affect your profitability.
All right. So, as I bring us all up again, we're going to be doing, let me get it up on the screen, a Payments Hub quiz. 6 questions, just 6, a quick one. But we are going to give away an iPad for anyone who wins this quiz. So you want to make sure you get entered.
Nice.
And here's the code and the QR
Hmm.
code. It's so we'll leave this up for a moment. We're gonna talk over it, and I'm gonna ask Jenny and Mike again another question. Payments Hub this year, we've done I think 4 or 5 episodes just on Payments Hub and different features, different trainings. You guys train on it all the time. We've had a lot of updates this year. What's the 1 or 2 ones that you think are the biggest updates to Payments Hub, whether it's on the merchant side or on our partner side? And we'll talk over this and let them get the QR code. So,
Gotcha. You up? You want me to? Well, I'm talking already. Okay. So, Payments Hub on the merchant side, for me, I think it is having the payment links available now. We're one step closer to having our own genuine full-featured gateway. It's simple. It's a simple little thing, and it's probably not the most popular thing, but I think it's one of the coolest we've done because I deal with a lot of the people that use the gateways, and so for us to have that now makes Payments Hub a slam dunk instead of having to use a third party.
how about you, Jenny?
I'm literally going through my head with all the features that I like. I don't know if this is Payments Hub, but it's more for a pay anywhere, but I thought it was really great with to be able to just add server IDs instead of all the employee permissions with those pay anywhere devices. That was really helpful in the restaurant industry. So with us not Payments Hub specific, I feel like that was a big impact on a lot of our businesses, especially the restaurants in our area.
All right, and we got one entry into this. Apparently, trivia makers we've crashed trivia makers today. There we go. We're starting to get a few more people in. We'll try to get a few more. Where there are still, 60 or 70 people watching. Thanks for those who have watched us all day. Dane Lance, you're in. This is for an
Right.
iPad. You win a
Go
new
win an iPad. Yeah.
So, and these are really tough questions Jenny put together. So they're going to be hard. I mean, yeah.
Put me
All
on the
right.
spot. Thanks, Nate.
Yes. Here, I'm actually going to enter this one. Let me see. Scan the QR code. People are saying
Yeah,
it's
I'm
going
seeing a few
slow.
comments here, that are saying it's not loading or not working, slow loading.
Yep. We're getting people in slowly.
The
And that I
Payments
can't
Hub
control.
subject
I actually
has
paid
has
to use
blown it up.
Yeah. There we go. So more people are getting in. I just got in. I won't enter, so not mess the numbers, but it finally did. So maybe try scanning it again. We'll wait another 30 seconds, 1 minute.
All right, there's
Yeah,
people getting in.
but I actually did pay for this software. I have a month of this software that I paid for last night to get that so that we could get everybody in. Because the free version, you only 20 people can play. So, all right, there we go. Some people are getting in. This is the beauty of live television, live to YouTube. it never goes as easy as we think. All right. So we're going to get in 10 seconds, and I'm getting ready to start it. There we go. We got at least 15 people. Dr. Proctor, Lou Priester. What's up, Lou? Still not Danny Shard. All right. Here we go. How long is the free trial period for premium access in the Payments Hub portal? Mike Stetzel, what is premium access? We'll just kind of add some training into our terminal here, or our contest.
So premium access, and by the way, we have a flyer on myPayProTec.com to break this down for you because it's hard to remember. But that's going to get you all of the features of Payments Hub. It's going to get you, the biggest thing is invoicing and recurring billing, recurring payments. You're going to have access to a vault just like the gateways do that we currently use, where you can have card on file, if you will. That's also going to include the 1495 version, which is free paper for your terminal. And holler out if I missed one. I'm not cheating. I'm not using any notes, and we already know the answer there is 60 days, 2 billing cycles.
Yep. 60 days. Look at that. Jeff Gwynn jumps right out the lead. Here we go. We're going to the next question. What information is needed to send an apply link for a new merchant application? Not enough of you are using this, but it's pretty simple. There's a few pieces of data you need to send that so your merchant can fill it out. And what is it? Do you need equipment, pricing, cell phone number, an email address, just equipment and pricing only, email, business name, cell phone pricing, business address? One of these is right. What is it? We're going to find out.
We know.
Yep. Mike knows. Jenny wrote it. And I know because I put it into the software. And here we go. The answer is, did I choose the wrong answer?
You did.
The trainers know the real answer.
Hey, Alex. R.I.P.
All right. So our scoring is messed up. Here's the thing. I know I can recalculate the scoring, but I have to go into the software. That's not going to happen right now. So I apologize. We're going to see. I'm going to decide what the scoring. The right answer is, Mike and Jenny.
A.
A.
Yes, it is A. The equipment, pricing, cell phone, and email address. I knew that. I swear I selected that right. So everybody got it wrong. So no one changed the score because everybody actually got it right. So there we go. Where can you find information about merchant inquiries to North Tech Support and customer service? And let's hope I chose the right answer here. Customer service dashboard, general settings menu, help center documentation, or the support ticket queue in the merchant sections of the portal. The answer should be C. Now the question is, did I make the right answer here, or did I mess it up again? So I'm just letting everybody have a freebie. Now I'm nervous.
I think you did. I think we're okay on this.
I think they're all coming up B. I think something's wrong in the back of the system. All right. So we're gonna do something else because this is not accurate. All right, one last question, and then I'm gonna let you put into a QR code where I'm gonna choose the winner from a QR code, not from the trivia, and let you enter there. When residuals are paid, where can you find the details of these earnings? An important question to know. We get asked this way too often. You should know this and do this. When are they paid?
Everybody's going to be right this time, including the computer.
Yep. So 15th a month in portfolio section. I should change the number up.
Oh.
And it says the last. Something messed up on this thing. I don't know what. I'm going to have to look it up because I tested it earlier and it worked. So I did something wrong. That's when we just go ahead and come back up, bring all three of us on here. I got to switch to the other computer. There we go. All right. All three of us are on here. I'm going to get a QR code. Jenny, can you tell us why it's important to become not an expert, but a really knowledgeable about Payments Hub, both on the merchant side and on the partner portal, why that makes a very successful partner?
it just makes your life easier, right? The more knowledge and the more information that you have, the more you're able to support the customers and really see what's going on. Your portfolio is like your baby, is your child, right? All the merchants that you have, their ins and outs of their customer service inquiries, if their equipment is working, if their funds are being held, and then what profitability you're making upon those merchants. So it's a great resource to just do your day-to-day activity. So if you're not familiar with it, check it out. When I do my trainings, I always joke like you can push a lot of buttons in Payments Hub and you really can't break
Can't
it.
break it.
No, it's right. It's great. So I definitely recommend if you haven't registered yet, get yourself registered, log in, and just check out all the information in there. It's a great resource for you guys.
Awesome. All right. Let me bring up this QR code. Scan this one. Here, I can bring it full screen. Present. There we go. When you do this, scan it. This is now, I'll choose 2 winners, one for the nomadic travel bag and one for the iPad. I'm sorry about my trivia messing up, but that's how it works sometimes. Not always perfect. And just so you know, coming up next, we only have one more segment left, and I'm telling Danny and Jason Lee they need to jump into the green room because we're doing one last segment of this Holidaypalooza 2024, and we want to give as many giveaways. It's been a lot of fun. We got one more big giveaway. We're going to be talking about what's going on in 2025. What are some of the things you should expect from PayProTec as we roll into 2025? And let me bring Jenny and Mike back up one more time and get a little last holiday greetings of 2024. I'll let Mike go first and then Jenny.
All right. Well, I tell you, this has been quite a year, and I think a lot of our people on here have already, attested to that. It was a busy year, and I think we've shared it before. We've broken a lot of records at PayProTec this year. That means a lot of you have broken a lot of records in your business and earned more money than ever before, hopefully. We all know that's not the only reason we're here. And that's part of why we do something like Holidaypalooza, because again, as my colleagues have already mentioned, this is family to us. When we can look up and down the list of people here right now that are commenting that we've probably all spoken to at one time or another, and that you've spoken to most of us hopefully at one time or another. But all that to say is when I started here 10 years ago, I didn't know for sure what I was getting into. I came from the hotel business, but I knew Matt Hoskins and I trusted him. In hindsight now, I'm lucky I landed where I did. There's a lot of other companies out there that don't do business the way we do, and I'm proud of that. But all that to say, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all out doing what you do and bringing these deals to us and trusting us to care for them, get them set up correctly. All these millions and millions of moving parts we deal with every day, it feels like. Hopefully we, come out on the good or great end of that for you more often than not. It is impossible to be perfect because we are not. But again, same as everybody else, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. If you celebrate something else, I wish you well in whatever you celebrate. And have a happy new year if I don't talk to you again this year. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Jenny Rickle.
Man, Mike, that was amazing. I'm like, I have to follow up with that.
Sorry.
No, that was great. And just to echo what you're saying, you guys, PayProTec family, we really appreciate everybody here and on this call and everybody who does business with us and all the coworkers. I really like the show because it really highlights everybody. We got to see Jen and Pam and everybody. So we have a really, really great family. Thank you, everybody, for everything that you do for us. We're here to help if you need anything. Happy holidays, for sure.
Love it. All right, let's see what happens when I put a 5 camera up there. Let's see. There's Danny. There's Mike, Jenny, and let's see if I can add in. Oh, hold on.
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Is that who we're looking for today?
Jason Lee.
Yep. We're gonna make her guest 1. Which. There we go. Look, all of us on the screen for just a second. Wasn't planning on doing this, but I can do it. There we go. All right. We got 2 from Colorado, 2 from Indiana, or 3 from Colorado. Sorry, I wasn't counting Danny.
Outnumbered.
I know. So, all right. I would ask this when I wasn't planning on doing this. we have trained. How many people have we trained this year? Have we counted that number? I don't know.
I should have. You know, what good are we if we
All right.
didn't come with the
All right. So it
facts?
doesn't matter. It's a
In the
lot of people.
hundreds.
It's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
A lot. So a lot of people. Jason Lee, why is it so important to make sure you either watch the recorded training or get trained with Mike and Jenny, or just make sure you're going after training? And Mike and Jenny have been doing this year. Why is that so important to the success of our partners? Look at this.
Hi,
Jason,
guys. How are you?
I get
Can you hear
Jason
me?
Lee on here. Yep.
Hey, Jace.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Training. Oh, man. I mean, Jenny and Mike are so good at what they do. They've really dove in. The training is just so involved. It really gives you a sense of our program, what we offer, how to best sell it, how to quickly get your applications through underwriting and things like that. So even if you've been in our world for a while, you know, we always encourage training. It's such a useful tool. And then even after training, leaning on your relationship managers, leaning on us, your team, anyone here that can help, you know, your first app, let us help you get it through. Let us help with any underwriting issues. It's what we're here for. We're only successful if you're successful. So it's super important.
Yep. So as we transition, Mike and Jenny are going to jump off. They're going to close with Danny, Jason Lee, and myself. But I want to say thank you to our trainers. Thank you for Office Hours team. And I can't wait to see what we're going to do in 2025. We've got some new things, some different things planned. We're going to be talking about a few of those things here's now. But as I make that transition, I'm going to find what Josh gave to me here, just the little floating sanding AI trend.
Bye, guys.
That's how I feel. See ya.
There we go. See everybody. All right. Watch the floating Santa while I try to figure out if I can just three of us. Here
It's
we
the
go.
Yule log.
There you go. All right. So you're going to see empty screens for a second, but I will find. There's Danny. There's Jason Lee.
How about Jenny Rickle and Mike Stetzel? How about them?
Well, and I love, this is going to happen a lot in 2025. Jason Lee Cook live with me on a live stream, doing some trainings, doing some videos. Jason Lee,
Lighting's
tell
terrible.
me.
I need to get better lighting in here.
You are a little dark. You don't have the like bright sunny. The wall behind Danny is what you guys share. Danny got all the light apparently over in that office.
You did.
So, Jason Lee, tell us a little bit, because I think it's important for our team to know that you and Danny have worked for a long time, both here at PayProTec and before. Kind of how'd you get involved in this payments industry, and how'd you get connected to PayProTec?
Oh man, so Danny and I actually, even before payments, our moms sold Mary Kay together way back in the day. So we've known each other since we were teenagers. And then coincidentally enough, his wife and my husband grew up together since like the first grade. So our families have been pretty intertwined for a long time. We worked together at Total Merchant Services years ago, even with Jenny too. And then, you know, when I was kind of ready to get back in after having my second baby, I actually reached out to Danny's wife and was like, hey, do you know anyone looking? And she's like, Danny is. And here we are almost 7 years later.
That's awesome.
He's stuck with me.
Yep. And this coming year, we're going to see a lot of changes. We can't tell them all now, but we can highlight a couple things that I think will be important to our team. This year, for the first time, I think since 2019, maybe 2018, I can't remember exactly, we are heading to shows and we're going to have booths. And we've always been at the shows. We've always been putting in parties. That's still going to happen, but we're doing booths. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but I'll let Danny and Jason Lee jump in. I'm really excited about this, but we're going to be at NEAA March 18th, 19th, 17th, 18th, 19th. We have a booth. We've picked our booth. We've paid for our booth. Jenny, Jason Lee, Danny, myself are all going to be there. Danny, why are you excited about us actually doing booths again? Whoops, that's let me get Danny on.
You know, I talked about it yesterday. It's, you know, I've done booths for years, and it's one of these things that the booths, at a certain point, we stopped doing them. I think, Nate, what was that, 7 years ago? You know, the trade shows were more of an area for software providers, CRM providers, technology people to go and really just get after what would be their core customer, which is an ISO. So we'd spend a lot of money. I'd stand in front of that booth for hours on end, and I'd talk to maybe 3 or 4 sales partners, but I would be bombarded by people trying to sell me their services. So it got to the point that I didn't feel like it was worth it to us. And then that's where, Nate, you kind of like changed our entire approach, which has worked out really well. Of going and being walking vendors and walking around talking to our partners, having parties. We have parties in mansions and Top Golf and rooftop bars. I mean, you name it, we've done it. And a lot of you have been there to be a part of it. But now more than ever, since the introduction of cash discounts and post COVID, there are more salespeople in this business than what it was back whenever we were doing these shows. So it's time to get back into it. I mean, our program is amazing, and I know a lot of you guys really help us drive it forward with your suggestions and your input as you kind of keep your ear to the ground. But it's time to get out there and kind of shout it from the rooftops and make sure everybody's familiar with PPT. We've done a really good job at flying under the radar. Luckily, we were able to find a lot of you, but we're trying to open it up to more people to come in and experience PayProTec and hopefully continue to make us more competitive as we go forward for everybody.
Let me unmute myself. Jason Lee, you've been with us for the last several years. You've been going to all the shows, or most of them. But now we're going to go not only to meet our partners, which is what we're going to continue to do, and we're going to talk about some of those events that we'll have this year, but we're also going to help talk and make sure people know, hey, we are open for business, and we are all about the sales partners. How do you hope our people that haven't met us, how they get to know us at these trade shows? What are the things they should know about us as we walk out? And I put it this way: we're coming out of the weeds. We've been kind of sitting on the sidelines looking at what's going on, but now we're saying, hey, we're here. We're ready to serve more partners. We're all about the partners, and let's go for this. What do you think people are going to learn about us, Jason Lee, as we go out and we do the booths and start telling more and more people about us?
Absolutely. I mean, I think you guys talked about it earlier. I moved around, so maybe I have some better lighting in here, but you guys talked about it earlier. We are fun, if nothing else. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're perfect.
Yep. Sorry, Dan. No, if nothing else, we are a lot of fun. Anyone who's come and hung out with us, that's kind of what we're all about. But we get the work done. And so we hope that we talked about this last week, we hope that we've created a reputation and a brand where, our partners trust us. I think they do. We certainly trust you guys, and we love working with you and can't wait to do more next year. But really, yeah, I hope that when you look at PayProTec, you look at us and you see a company that you can trust to put your business with, you can trust with your family and your livelihood and all of those things that make up a good business. It kind of sounds cliche, but we are family. We look at our partners as family, and we'll continue to do that.
I love that. That is so true. And yeah, go ahead, Danny. What are you going to say?
No. I got nothing to add. She killed it.
Killed it. Absolutely. This year, we're going to be at NEAA in Atlantic City. We're going to be at ETA. We're doing an event on Wednesday, April 2nd, 7 to 9 p.m. And Danny, do you remember the name of the golf club that we're going to at Mandalay Bay? Oh, Danny.
Swingers.
There you go.
Swingers.
It is called Swingers. Here, Danny, you describe it. I should have done this before, but I'm going to bring up the website here in a second. But Danny, what is it? How would you describe Swingers?
I would say it's mini golf on some type of psychedelic. It's crazy. I've never been inside. I've just seen the video and some of the pictures, but it's mini golf like you've never experienced. looks like good food, good energy, and kind of right up the alley of a PPT party. If you haven't been to one, you don't want to miss this one.
Yep. I'm bringing up the video. It's mini golf on steroids, on cocaine, all mixed together. It's a carnival pulled together. We haven't been there yet, so we're looking forward to it. But we booked it 7 to 9 p.m., a typical PayProTec party. We're looking forward to making sure our partners show up to Las Vegas. You'll see an email about this right around the first of the year, just so you can save the date. But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, look at this place. Yeah, I can't wait to experience it with everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Now, also this next year, the next conference after ETA is June 2nd through 4th in the beautiful state of Florida, right in the middle of the state in Orlando at the JW Marriott. It's the Southeast Acquirers Association show, SEAA. We're going to be hosting what I believe are our biggest party we've ever done. We're going to be we're waiting for the sponsorship opportunities, but SEAA, we want to be a sponsor. We want to put on a big party. We want as many of our partners to save the date, show up in Florida, and we're going to SEAA together. It's going to be a great conference. Come see our booth. Come hang out at our parties, and you can go to Disney World while you're there. That's going to be a fun time. I can't wait. What do you think, Jason Lee? What do you think that's going to look like when we're all in Orlando looking with Mickey Mouse? That's going to be pretty fun.
My kids are going to love it. I know that much. We're headed to see Brian, right? We can get down there to see Brian and Luke in Florida. But no, we get so much FaceTime with our partners, and we love it. It's our favorite thing to do. And so hopefully we get to do more of that this next year and get to just hang out, have a drink, have some food, learn about your business, see how we can help. I'm really looking forward to getting to see more of you in person this year.
Love it. All right. So one last question to Danny and Jason Lee. If you could give one message for our partners for 2025, what would that be? What should they focus on? Can we come alongside and help them, guide them, make sure that we're all moving in the same directions? We want to be in this with all of you. So your closing message for 2024, for 2025, I'll let you choose who wants to go first and who wants more time to think, since I didn't tell you I was asking this. We'll put Danny on the spot first.
All right, Jace, get ready. So I'm going to say in 2025, work smarter and not harder. This year, like Billy and I were talking about earlier, and you've heard other people kind of echo it throughout today's stuff. It's, the technology is going to continue to drive us forward, right? And there is so much going on and so many moving pieces. And, as I'm talking with a lot of you every day, and I hear our team talking with a lot of partners every day, there is a lot of energy put into things that we're not getting a lot of reward from. And so I think it's something to if we can kind of start to identify, the things that are really going to help drive us forward, drive our portfolios forward, but most importantly, make sure we're providing that experience for our merchants. Those are the things that we need to focus on. And, trying to flood in, a bunch of tiny accounts that are going to be more of a headache than this is just an example, be more of a headache than they are a revenue driver. Let's rethink that. I think there's a lot to be said with a lot of the technology that's moving forward and a lot of the competition that's out there now. We've got to think smarter. We've got to outthink them. And the only way we can do it is to be calculated. So work smarter, not harder in 2025. And most importantly, let us help you. That's our biggest thing. I say this often, we don't have inside sales. Our success is your success. Everything we do is reliant upon you getting out there and succeeding. And we've got to support all of your efforts. So lean on us. That's what we're here for. And we want to see you drive forward in 25 and work smarter, hopefully not as hard. And hopefully you just have an amazing 25 and build an incredible portfolio on top of what you've already accomplished.
Jason Lee.
Danny almost stole part of mine, but I think I can work with it. I'm gonna kind of steal what Brian and Billy were talking about earlier. And Matt Hoskins, the magic is in the work, right? We are looking forward to spending some time with our families and taking a few days off and then getting back to work. Just looking forward to doing all the fun, crazy things that we've done with you guys all along. Danny, like you said, just leaning on us, letting us help. I almost get offended when my partners aren't calling me, when I'm not hearing from you guys. So please call us. Please let us help. You know, the crazy ideas, the customized things, the this and that. Let us help with it. If you've got something off the wall you want to try, you want to talk about us, we'd love to hear about it. We'd love to hear about what your plans are for your business. And then just to echo what Danny said, you know, we aren't successful if you guys aren't successful. So let us help.
Awesome. Well, I'll say this. I want to say thank you to Danny and Jason Lee, who are going to be leading us into a great 2025. We've cut a couple segments because I always plan way too much. We've been on this for 2 hours. We're going to close with an interview I recorded yesterday. And then after that, I'll leave the QR codes up. I'll flip through them several times that you can sign up for all the prizes. And we're going to do a live stream tomorrow where I select the winners of all those prizes randomly from those who jumped in. And all we can say is Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you, thank you, thank you for trusting PayProTec with your business. We want to help you grow in 2025. Hope you saw a little bit of the fun that we can have together and a little bit of how we are going to work really, really hard together. Danny, thank you. Jason Lee, thank you. And to all of our family out there, thank you for watching. And this is going to be an interview with one of our partners in Wisconsin, where it's even colder than it is here, our true north. And I will end with that. Thanks, Danny and Jason Lee. Thanks for all the PayProTec team. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you all.
Bye.
All right, it's another time in our Holiday Palooza where we're going to talk to one of our partners. In this case, we're bringing two of our partners in from the True North, known as True North Payments. And Greg and Ben have joined me here. We've gotten to spend quite a bit of time in 2025 together. We've been in person twice. We were supposed to do it a third time, but I wasn't able to make it. And I hope that that's going to come more in 2025. But I'm going to ask them a couple questions. We're going to start with you, Greg. Can you tell me, Greg, how you got into this world of payments?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been over 15 years ago. I had a buddy that was in the payment industry and in it for a while, and he went to a different company and kind of kept texting me in the morning. I'm like, what's going on? And he said, hey, you need to come check this out. Come ride with me. So I did, and that was the end of it. So seen the opportunity ahead of me and took advantage of it.
Ben, I'll jump over to you. What kind of made you be able to jump in here?
So it's been about 5 years for me. I'm just getting into about the middle of my 5th year here. And surprisingly, the guy that you just listened to, he's the one that brought me into this industry. Greg and I met 5 years ago at a random golf outing. And it's been fantastic. It's been 5 years of bliss and got to learn a lot. And now we've partnered up and done our own thing. So that's how I got into it.
That's awesome. So I'll bring both of you up there. You guys have found this, and both of you this is the majority. I'll just have a little side hustle, but this is the majority of what your career is now, is payments and setting merchants up in the payments industry, correct?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So fast forward for a few years in this, we've been together in you've been in the PayProTec world and PayProTec Nation for I think a little over a year. You guys can correct me on this, but Ben, can you kind of walk us through how the two of you got introduced to PayProTec?
Absolutely. About a year and a half ago, we got introduced to you guys. Greg and I met with a gentleman, and I am absolutely drawing a blank on his name. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but we got introduced to you. We got your email address over to Danny, and then Danny scheduled a meeting instantly. And then right away, once we started chatting with Danny, we kind of hit it off. You do a lot of interviews, you look at a lot of different places. When we were in that, I'll call it free agent mode. But once we met with Danny, it really felt like we found a home. Working with you guys has felt like a family. I've said it a million times in the last year that this is the first time I felt like I'm a part of a family and not just working for somebody. So it's been a great fit. I think we've been in here about 18, 19 months now.
That's awesome. And that was part of my next question. So, Greg, I'll kind of throw it over to you. Is kind of what that experience like has been working with PayProTec. Obviously, getting connected to Danny, myself, Josh, Jason Lee's been your big part of your relationship management team, and I know you guys even flew out to hang out with us at one of our Las Vegas events this year. Can you talk about your experience of working with PayProTec and the team here?
It's been phenomenal. Like Ben said, we looked at several different companies and we just kept coming back. We're kind of immediately drawn, and we do have that family feeling. So you guys have been absolutely had our back when we need it, and it's been a phenomenal ride so far.
I love it. And I like over your right shoulder, Greg, that I see a cluster. When I bring you full screen, I see it kind of popping in there. And we're going to be giving away, actually, we may have already done it. I'm not sure where I'm putting this in our live production tomorrow. A free cluster. We're also giving away a free POS of your choice. I'll ask this because it just made me think about this. How has it been helpful to have an actual demo unit like you have over your, that would be your left shoulder? How is that helpful in helping you sell, Greg?
Take that one, Ben. Ben's used it more than me. So
there we go. All right, Ben. See,
it has been huge to have the ability to have a demo unit that you can physically take in. I mean, you could do your virtual demos. You could go out there and the customer gets the feel of how that thing works. But there's nothing like a customer being able to touch a screen, play around with it, guide them through how to put orders in, and see how simplistic it really is, and make sure it's a great fit for their business. So having a demo unit is, I've had demos over the years, but having a physical full screened demo that you can actually use that's like going in their business, it's something you have to be able to get your hands on. It definitely helps you sell.
Yeah. Well, and we will always do the virtual demos for you at PayProTec, but man, when you can make that investment, and today maybe you haven't even won a free demo unit, or you're doing, obviously for partners who jump in, we do all of we can to get you demo units, especially when you start selling. How many different POS systems have you guys sold with us in the last year? You don't have to give your opinions on it. In fact, don't. I know you've had good and bad experiences because that's how the payments business works. But how many different systems have you done just this past year? It's what, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there?
I've done 3 myself, and you've done a couple that I haven't. So,
yeah, I would say I'm at I think I've done 4 different POS systems through you guys throughout the duration we've been with you.
So, 2 last questions. So I'm going to go Greg on the first question, Ben on the second question, because I didn't prep you on these. Number 1 question: we've been myself with our team here at PayProTec. We've been working to help build your brand, True North Payments. We have a lot of work to do, but we've got logos. You guys are getting a website. You're getting Google reviews, and then on top of that, you are taking that next step, and we're helping you and working together to help you start building and becoming PayProTec in essence. You're starting to bring in a lot of sub partners, bringing in some agents under you. Greg, how has that experience been working with PayProTec to do that? And then Ben, I'm going to throw it over to you on the last question. Why should someone work with PayProTec? Greg, you're first.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. Whole different aspect. We've been getting super busy with that, training a lot of new partners. We really appreciate the help you guys have given us, and it's really helped us excel in doing this. So.
Perfect. And Ben, how about you? Why PayProTec?
100%, because you guys have had our backs from day one. We made a very big leap of faith, like I said, about 18 months ago, and that leap of faith has really paid off. You guys have, between you and Jason Lee and Josh and Danny and the whole crew over there, you guys have been nothing but phenomenal to work with. You've treated us like family. You've helped us find the home that we've been searching for the last handful of years. And I don't want to put words in Greg's mouth, but I will continue to tell everybody I can the working experience I've had with you guys. And it's a partnership, as you have said. You're not just a part of an organization. It is a true partnership. You guys have treated us as partners. And I cannot stress enough how much we have found our home. It's been an amazing 18 months. And I cannot wait for 25.
We can't wait either. I'm really excited to get to the next step of what we're going to see from True North Payments. One of the things I always say to our partners is our goal is to win your business every day. And another goal is we want to stay ahead of you as you race as fast in your growth as possible. We don't want you to pass us, but we're gonna run right alongside of it. And the beauty of this industry is, and this is true all the way through, as your merchants grow, you grow. As you grow, we grow. And we all get to do this together and collectively when we work together, and we can all have the wins. That's what we'd love to do. Ben, Greg, True North Payments, Tara, and all the team there, we're so thankful for you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. And we're going to go on to the next segment here at the Holidaypalooza, Volume 2, year 2024.
Awesome. Thanks, Nate.
That was the last segment for Holidaypalooza 2024. We actually cut a couple segments that will turn into content early in the year, but it's been live. So I'm going to play a Christmas song for 4 minutes. I'm going to put some slides up with QR codes. If you want to sign up for the prizes, we're going to close it off on December 20th at noon Eastern time. And then I'll do a live stream at some point selecting the winners and make sure all the winners get their prizes as fast as we can. But again, we can't do this without our partners. We can't do it. It's all about the partners. It's all about us working together. And as you heard Ben and Greg said, and that's multiple times said over many relationships, we can do this together, and we're going to do even more in 2025. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being part of the PayProTec family, and we'll see you in 2025.